On Christmas Eve of 1945, the Sodder family, living in Fayetteville, West Virginia, gathered in their cozy home to celebrate the holiday. The house was alive with laughter and warmth as George and Jenny Sodder and their 10 children enjoyed the festive evening. The children, thrilled with their newly gifted toys, played upstairs while the rest of the family relished the joy of togetherness. The celebration was a testament to their strong family bond and the love that filled their home. Little did they know, this joyful evening would turn into a nightmare that would haunt them forever. At 1:00 a.m., a fire broke out, engulfing the Sodder home in flames. Despite frantic efforts to save their children, only George, Jenny, and 4 of their kids managed to escape. The 5 children sleeping upstairs seemingly perished in the fire, or so it appeared. What really happened to the Sodder children? Were they truly lost in the flames, or did something far more sinister occur that fateful night? George Sodder was an industrious Italian immigrant who had built a successful life in America through his trucking business. However, his outspoken criticism of Benito Mussolini and the Italian fascist regime may have made him a target. Jenny, a devoted mother and homemaker, was the heart of the family, nurturing her children with love and discipline. The Sodders' 10 children formed a vibrant and close-knit family, each playing a unique role in their household dynamic. The joy and energy of their family life were evident, especially during the holidays. The idea of losing any of them was unimaginable, making the events of Christmas Eve 1945 all the more devastating. The chain of events leading to the tragedy began at 12:30 a.m. when Jenny received a peculiar phone call from a woman she didn't know, laughing and asking for someone unfamiliar. Though the call seemed odd, Jenny dismissed it as a wrong number and went back to bed. Shortly after, she heard a loud noise on the roof, followed by the smell of smoke. By 1:00 a.m., flames were tearing through the Sodder home. In a frantic escape, George and Jenny managed to get 4 of their children out of the house. However, their desperate attempts to rescue the 5 children sleeping upstairs were thwarted. The family's ladder, which George had planned to use to reach the second-floor window, was mysteriously missing. Both of his trucks, which he intended to drive up to the house to climb on, inexplicably refused to start. Even calling for help proved fruitless, as the phone line had been cut, leaving the family with no way to alert the fire department. As the fire raged, the Sodders were left helpless, watching their home burn while 5 of their children remained trapped, or so they believed. The question remains, did the fire truly claim their lives, or was it a cover for something far more sinister? The official investigation into the Sodder house fire concluded that it was caused by an electrical short circuit and that the 5 missing children had perished in the blaze. The Fayetteville Fire Department, delayed in their response due to understaffing and the lack of a functioning fire truck, arrived too late to save the home. Authorities declared that the fire's intense heat had completely incinerated the children's remains. However, George and Jenny Sodder quickly began to question this conclusion. Despite searching the charred remains of their home, no bones, teeth, or other human remains were ever found, a troubling anomaly, as even the hottest house fires do not completely destroy bones. Furthermore, the fire lasted less than an hour, far too short a time to incinerate human remains completely. Adding to their doubts, the house's wiring had recently been updated, making an electrical fault unlikely. As George and Jenny probed deeper, a series of suspicious details emerged. The family's phone line had not been damaged by the fire, but deliberately cut, severing their connection to emergency services. George's trucks, which had always been reliable, refused to start that night, and the family's ladder was found discarded far from the house. More unsettling were the threats the Sodders had received in the months leading up to the fire. A visiting insurance agent, angered by George's refusal to purchase a policy, warned that the house would go up in flames and his children would pay the price for George's criticism of Mussolini. The possibility of retribution from the Italian mafia or other adversaries was not easily dismissed. The Sodders and others began to consider the possibility that the fire was not an accident, but a deliberate act to cover up a kidnapping. Numerous eyewitness reports over the years supported this theory, including accounts of the Sodder children being seen with unfamiliar adults at motels and restaurants. In the 1960s, Jenny received a photograph in the mail showing a young man who bore a striking resemblance to her son, Louis, further fueling their belief that the children might still be alive. Evidence of arson also came to light. Witnesses claimed they saw individuals throwing objects resembling fireballs at the Sodder home, and a pineapple bomb was reportedly discovered near the site. These clues suggested a planned attack, but the identity of the perpetrators and their motives remained elusive. George and Jenny dedicated the rest of their lives to uncovering what really happened to their children. They erected billboards along major roads, offering rewards for information, pursued countless leads with private investigators, and maintained hope against all odds. Their story captured public attention, but no definitive answers ever emerged. Jenny particularly carried the weight of grief and determination. She refused to believe her children were gone, preserving the family home as a memorial and wearing black in mourning for the rest of her life. Even after her death in 1989, the Sodder family continued their quest, leaving behind a haunting legacy of love, loss, and unanswered questions. The story of the Sodder family remains one of America's most haunting unsolved mysteries. Decades later, the case still captivates those who hear it, raising questions about the circumstances of that tragic Christmas Eve in 1945. Was it a heartbreaking accident, or the result of a sinister plot? Despite years of investigation and speculation, no definitive answers have emerged, leaving the Sodder children's fate shrouded in uncertainty. The enduring mystery has inspired books, articles, and documentaries, with each new generation grappling with the evidence and forming their own theories. The case is more than just a tale of tragedy. It is a testament to a family's relentless love and pursuit of truth. Yet, the ultimate question lingers. Were the Sodder children victims of a devastating fire or pawns in a far-reaching conspiracy? As we close this chapter on the Sodder family, we are left with more questions than answers. The severed phone line, tampered trucks, missing ladder, and sightings of the children after the fire. Each clue adds another layer to the enigma. What do you think truly happened that night? Was it an unthinkable tragedy? Or is there more to this story than meets the eye? We'd love to hear your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Do you believe the Sodder children survived? Could the fire have been part of a larger plot? Let us know. If you found this story as compelling as we did, don't forget to like the video and share it with others who love unsolved mysteries. And for more stories like this one, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Thank you for watching, and stay curious.